Welcome to Indiana High School basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, NEPCO, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. The Coca-Cola pregame show with Mitch Columbi is next.
Here's a three in the corner on the way! Yes! Yes! Big time three and a big time moment.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Top of the key for three! Splash! Big time three. Here comes Vice driving inside, stolen, picked up by Samantha Marks. Oh, man, he made it happen!
Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here is the voice of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
The new era continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, the Oregon Davis Bobcats host the Morgan Township Cherokees on Hall of Fame night. This is Indiana High School basketball. With us tonight, courtside, is our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. Up in the KVB booth, sports analyst, Terry Minix. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. We welcome you to the Bobcat Den in Hamlet, Indiana, 46532. We are back for more as we are set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. This is the place to be. There is no other place, I can guarantee you, than right here at 99.3 FM as we get ready for our 5th basketball broadcast of the season. We have not seen either of these teams in action, but we did talk with Bobcats head coach Larry Sinnert this morning on the Saturday Sports Line. When we look at these Bobcats of Oregon Davis, a tough year last year, head coach Sinnert is now in his 5th season leading the boys program. The Bobcats come into tonight's matchup still searching for their first win of the season. They started their year off against Triton here in the Den and fell 56-43. This past Tuesday, they took on DeMont Christian on the road and lost 57-32. Then on Thursday, they hosted North Judson San Pierre and fell 59-33. We check in now with our sideline reporter tonight, Justin Ruff, who is courtside. Justin, it was a tough year, as I said, for the Bobcats last year. They only were able to win twice all season. As a head coach, what are you hopeful for in this year when it comes to getting more wins in the win column?
Just letting the kids buy into what every coach on that staff believes and have them really jump on board and have just improvement, getting the kids falling in love with improving every day. And if you do that, if you kids, agree with wanting to put the work in, then, things will shine on the court, Mitch.
Yeah, absolutely. And the atmosphere is here, Justin. You've been down on the floor for a few moments. That Hall of Fame moment was pretty spectacular. What'd you see from the floor?
It's, there's a lot of Bobcats right now. There's past Bobcats who've done it before, and then they're bringing their little kiddos. So there's future Bobcats too. And the band is right next to me. It's pretty loud. And Morgan Township brought a crowd too. There's a lot of green. So this is a pretty good crowd here in the Den. So that makes makes basketball games in Indiana a little bit more exciting when there's a crowd involved.
Yeah, absolutely, Justin. Well, we appreciate you being down on courtside tonight. We'll go ahead and bring in our sports analyst for tonight, two-time Indiana High School basketball state champion head coach, Terry Minix. Coach, let's talk about these Bobcats. What have you seen from them here early on in the season?
Well, it's a young, kind of inexperienced team, but they're going to battle tested tonight for sure, Mitch. I mean, this is a really strong Morgan Township team, but it's not going to be, one of them that they're not going to leave it on the floor. I mean, when you got a team coached by Larry Center, they're going to play hard, and that's the thing that they've got to now get to the point where we're playing a little smarter. Playing hard. After a couple, 2-3 games and. Now get into what we want to try to do to get better for the rest of the season.
We had to catch your breath there. I didn't mean to throw your headset on right when you got up here, but we were talking about the Hall of Fame festivities, just really cool. We haven't gone over the names quite yet, but you were down there, of course, and your daughter, Lexi Minix, along with your 2007 and the 2014 girls team. We talked about what was that moment like for you down there?
Oh, it's cool. Small, the small school stuff that we get to do, and I think it's good because you have a team like a Morgan Township that's here that is another small school that I think the fans really appreciated that as well, and having a lot of my older players and people in my class that are in the Hall of Fame. I mean, it means a lot. I mean, it's little Oregon Davis, but it still makes you proud.
Well, you still look pretty good. That 88 team looked pretty good out there still.
I told them. That's what I told a couple of guys there who were taking a picture. I said, I really think you guys could still play. I said, but I'd be the guy on the side coaching for you now.
Right. Well, we'll mention the names here shortly, but stand by for that as several individuals were inducted into the Hall of Fame here at Oregon Davis tonight. We were so glad we could be here for that, but we turn the page and look at the visiting Morgan Township Cherokees of Valparaiso, Indiana. Head coach Kevin Krieger is in his fourth season leading the boys program. The Cherokees have only played one game so far this season, and that was over 10 days ago on November 21st. The Cherokees fell to a good 4A Lowell team, 75-58. They now enter the Bobcat Den just like the Bobcats, searching for their first win of the 2023-2024 season. Leading the Cherokee in the scoring department is Keegan Holder, averaging 30 points per game. Right behind him is Jack Wheeler, averaging 20, and then Hayden Grieger rounds out the top three, averaging 15. Grieger also leads the team in rebounds, averaging 6 boards per game. Keegan Holder leads the team in steals, averaging 3 snags, and leading the team in assists right now is Jack Wheeler, averaging 3 dimes per game. Now, I had the chance to see Keegan Holder myself this past summer in our all-area senior showcase game held at the Tiger Den in La Crosse, and I can say confidently, Holder can ball. What are your thoughts on this Cherokee team?
Well, it all starts with Holder. I mean, obviously he's everything is advertised. He can get up, he can shoot. Obviously, he's probably gonna get a slam or two. Who knows what he's gonna get tonight? But everything goes through him on this team, and I think the Bobcats are gonna have to figure out where he's at, whether they got one guy on him or 2 guys on him, and say, hey, you're not gonna score. But, if somebody else scores, so be it.
Yeah, they got him listed as 6'3", and he looks like he's grown a couple, maybe an inch since I saw him over the summer. So the Bobcats will have their hands full on Hall of Fame night here in the Bobcat Den, as we are expecting a great evening of IHSAA boys basketball action. We appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show, refreshing the world, making a difference. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors as the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new. And in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Hey, thanks, John. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on KVB's WKVI. We are lucky to say there are no injuries to report tonight, as that is our Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. We go down to the sideline for a vibe check with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. Justin, what's the vibes like down there on the sideline? You see both teams warming up. Is there anything that's been interesting to you?
Well, like I said last time we talked, the band is flowing. The vibration on the floor, I can feel it. People are, coming more and more in.
Yeah.
It's again, if you're here in Indiana on a Saturday night in a gym, things aren't that bad, Mitch. So right now the vibes are flowing.
Absolutely. The vibes are flowing down on the sideline as we'll have a chance to hear what Justin Ruff has. He'll have some questions for the coaches at halftime. It'll be interesting to see what happens down courtside as Justin Ruff will be providing that information for us. Stay tuned as we will hear from Kevin Krieger of the Cherokee and Larry Sinnert of the Bobcats after the break in the KVB Coaches Corner. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
It's time to hear from the coaches in the KVB Coaches Corner. Here's Mitch Columbi.
I'm here with head coach of the Morgan Township Cherokees boys basketball team, Kevin Krieger. Appreciate your time tonight, Coach. What do you know about the Oregon Davis Bobcats you can share with us?
Well, they have two good guards that can penetrate, and the big guy can work the left block a little bit, and we're going to have our work cut out for us to defend them tonight.
What is it in particular that you need to see on the floor from your boys tonight?
Well, we've done a good job so far this season with being unselfish on offense and letting our offense work for the best shot. And then defensively putting pressure on their guards and being aware of where number 40 is on the court and then boxing them out after they shoot.
Message to Cherokee Nation who may be listening tonight.
Just thanks for all the support that you guys have given us so far this season, and we're looking forward to playing tonight and the rest of the season.
Coach, I appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
I'm here with head coach of the Oregon Davis Bobcats, Larry Sinnert. Coach, we're coming into tonight's matchup against Morgan Township. On Hall of Fame night, a lot of festivities going on tonight. It already looks like the Bobcat Den's pretty full here during the JV game. What can you share with us about this Morgan Township Cherokees team?
Very well, Coach. Got a kid, as we talked about on the morning show this morning. He's really good. Comes in averaging about 30 points a game. We're going to have our hands full. We got a little bit of a game plan. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try to make it work.
You talked a little bit about the defense of what you got to worry about, Holder in particular, but what do you want to see from your boys out on the court tonight on the offensive end?
I want to hold Holder down. I want to help double off him if we have to. I want to make somebody else beat me if that's a possibility. I'm not sure who that's going to be. I mean, I don't want anybody to beat me, but if somebody's going to beat us, I do not want it to be Holder. I mean, he'll get his shots, there's no doubt, but we're going to make him work for everything that we can. I know they're going to run him through a ton of screens. They're a very fundamental, well-coached basketball team, and we're going to have our hands full, but you know what? We're going to give it all we got, and we're going to make it respectable.
Offensively, what do you want to see?
Make baskets.
Easy enough. Yeah. Message to Bobcat Nation.
Keep cheering us on. We're going to get there. I promise we're going to get there. It's not easy, but we're going to get there.
Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Hey folks, Auto Park Fort LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
Time now for the keys to the game. Sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen.
All right, as we get set for Indiana High School boys basketball action, what are your keys to the game as a Morgan Township Cherokee, Coach?
Well, the big thing is get off to a good start. And, the other key thing is, I think Morgan's going to be obviously the inferior team, so you cannot let the Cats think they can hang around. The longer they hang around, the better chance they've got of pulling out a nice win here.
We're getting all the snacks right now, Coach. What is this? I got popcorn, a hot dog. Boy, you get the first-class treatment in here at Oregon Davis.
I wanted some hot wings, but I guess I didn't get them.
Jeez, you always got to find something.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now flip sides. If you're the head coach of boy, this is nice. I've never been given a hot dog. And we flip sides. If you're the head coach of Oregon Davis, what has to happen in order for you to get this win?
First and foremost is you got to take care of the basketball. Take care of the basketball. And they have to be patient and by being patient, they've got to be able to take care of the basketball. And the other thing on the other side for the Bobcats, they've got to limit the shots they're giving the Cherokees. If they're going to let them pound the boards and get them offensive boards, it's going to be a long evening.
Well, that is our keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Go ahead and sit back, pop open an ice-cold Coke, and chill. The Coca-Cola pregame show continues. Our KVB starting lineups are next. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Have you ever wondered how much I could sell my vehicle for? Well, Auto Park Chevrolet GMC can help with that. We're looking to buy your vehicle. It is a quick, simple process that puts money in your pocket. Stop by the Auto Park on Oak Road for one of our sales professionals to assess your vehicle and have a cash price for you in moments. If you're looking to trade, we have stacks of inventory for you to choose from, or you can walk away with a check in hand. Don't hassle with listing on Marketplace or waiting forever to sell it privately. Let us make you an offer today. Auto Park Chevrolet GMC. Check us out at www.autoparkchevroletbuickgmc.com or call 574-936-5590 or come to see us next to Walmart in Plymouth.
Puts up a floater. Oh my gosh, high off the glass.
Now it's time for the KVB starting lineups.
For the Bobcats of Oregon Davis in Hamlin, Indiana, starting at point guard is DJ Garland. The 2 guard is Ethan Hewitt. Starting at small forward, we'll see Connor Frazier. At the 4 is Connor Matthews, and at the 5 is his brother Carson Matthews. For the Morgan Township Cherokee of Valparaiso, Indiana, starting at point guard is Jaden Spratley. At the 2 is Connor Havlin. Starting small forward is Jack Wheeler. At the 4 is Keegan Holder. And at the 5 is Hayden Grieger. That is our KVB starting lineups as we will be back to get set for tip-off. Hey, you are listening to KVB's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
From the Bobcat Den in Hamlet, Indiana, welcome to game number 5 of our Indiana high school basketball season between the Oregon-Davis Bobcats and the Morgan Township Cherokees. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. We also want to let you know Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR will always be there too. Join the boss, Tony Ross, on Max 98.3 FM every day as well for even more content involving your area. Between WYMR and WKVI, Kankakee Valley Broadcasting has you covered. Hey, don't hesitate to follow us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X, formerly Twitter, at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. You can listen to us on your phone. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned and tap the link on our page. There are no excuses. We are literally in the palm of your hand. Well, we are proud to let you know the PA announcer tonight in the Bobcat Den is Marvin McDaniel. The scoreboard operator is Brian Ernst. The scorekeeper is Robin Flukestop. Our officials for this evening are Jeremy Beckner, Jerry Fitzpatrick, and Mark Havard. With us tonight, breaking things down and analyzing play, we are honored to have sports analyst Terry Minix up here with me in the KVB booth, and courtside is our sideline reporter Justin Ruff. Coach, we look around our other area schools tonight and see a few in action. The West Central Lady Trojans are at Argus on the road tonight. The Lady Trojans had a really good night the other night, 9 threes. They were splashing all over the place. Do you expect the West Central Lady Trojans to continue that in Argus tonight?
Well, I would think it helped their, fuzzy about them, hitting 9 threes. But the issue they're going to have playing over there at Argus is going to be, the Renninger girl averaging probably 30 points a game, and she shoots as soon as she gets off the bus. So they've got to know where she's at on the floor. It's probably going to be a little bit different, but you never know. I mean, it just seems like this year, Mitch, I don't care if it's boys or girls, it's up and down so much.
Yeah.
They haven't got into the flow of, what the coaches are trying to implement. And so we'll see. I mean, as the season goes along, I think we're gonna be in for much better basketball.
The Tri-Township Lady Tigers last night 7-0. The best start to any Lady Tiger team, any Lady Tiger basketball team in the history of lacrosse or Tri-Township. Head coach Chris McGowan leads his girls to DeMott Christian tonight. Do the Lady Tigers pick up win number 8 in a row?
Oh, I think they'll take care of business. I mean, they're a real solid team. He's got them, playing well, this early. And, the scary part is, how much better can they get, for the PCC or come tournament time. So, yeah, Chris is doing a really nice job and got a good, good nucleus. And I think you're going to see a lot more wins than that 7 or 8.
Yeah,
quick.
I would say real quick. Yeah, absolutely. The North Judson St. Pierre Blue Jays take on River Forest on the road tonight. They were able to pick up the first win of the season against the Oregon-Davis Bobcats, who we'll see tonight. Do the Blue Jays pick up win number 2 at River Forest, in your opinion, Coach?
Oh, for sure. It's going to be, one of them. I think Ken, he does such a really good job down there. I know you lose a lot of good players, but you just plug and play, I think, with his system, and he's been doing it a long time, and he'll have them rolling right from the beginning.
Well, Coach, I wanted to take this time. We have a few moments here to talk about the Hall of Fame inductees. It was just a really nice moment. You saw everyone out onto the court. But just like I was telling our listeners a little bit earlier while you were down there on the court, the entire 2007 Boys State Championship team, the entire 2007 Girls State Championship team, the entire 2014 Girls State Championship team, and the 1988 Boys Basketball Sectional team, all of them were inducted tonight, as well as Britta Johnson and Lexi Minix. Just overall, tell me what all of these individuals meant to Oregon Davis.
Well, obviously, with the ones that went in this year, you got 1988 team where it was a single class system, and they brought out a lot of notoriety to our school, obviously through TV and radio and not just locally, not just statewide, but nationally. So they were a really solid team. Obviously, I think they said they had the tallest team in the state, whether it was high school or college at the time. I mean, they were huge. I wish when I was playing I would have had a couple of them a little taller like that. But no, they were a solid team, and they meant a lot to this little community during the one-class system. And then you have the 2007 team in boys and girls that win the first time ever in the same season. And, so you got a lot to be proud about that. And then coming back, 2014 team, kind of going wire to wire, and it's neat for our little community to have such success. I mean, there's not many small schools like this. I mean, there are some in the state, but that have 3 state championships and then have another team like a 1988 team that's getting national recognition. So it's a good time. It's fun for our little community and Coons Lake, Grovertown, and Hamlet to kind of recognize these teams.
Well, I got to say, the atmosphere is here, Coach. This is our first boys game of the season, and it just feels like Indiana basketball is for sure here now.
Well, I mean, there's Thanksgiving, there's Christmas, but there's basketball, and it's the state of Indiana, and I love Christmas. I love, all the holidays and getting together with the family, but I tell you what, basketball is what it's about here in the state of Indiana.
Absolutely. I got to agree, Coach. It just feels good to be back doing some basketball games with you as we're standing by and awaiting the national anthem. I'll prepare us to turn things over to PA announcer tonight in the Bobcat Den, our old friend Marvin McDaniel. Always appreciate a chance I have to talk with him. He was the guy that told me about your famous chili.
Yeah, don't believe everything Marvin says.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, Marvin, he's a good man, and he's doing a good job. I was going to correct you because Robin won't be doing the book tonight.
Who is doing the book?
Jeremiah Patrick will be doing the book tonight.
Jeremiah Patrick is doing the scorekeeping, so my apologies earlier. Thank you for that correction, as I'll turn things over to Marvin McDaniel.
Association member Robert Michael Hatter.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly
Every morning, make sure to join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central. Catch local news as well for our area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting News Director Anita Gooden, who covers news on WYMR and WKVI. She does it all. Catch our stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. Hey, I am Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for Indiana High School boys basketball action from the Bobcat Den in Hamlet, Indiana. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you in part by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac. We also appreciate them being the sponsor for the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week Award given out each week on the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. Well, the stage has been set. The teams are here. Both teams are going through their starting lineups. I'll remind us who those starters are for the Bobcats of Oregon Davis. DJ Garland will be the point guard tonight. The 2 guard is Ethan Hewitt. At the 3 is Connor Frazier. The power forward tonight is Connor Matthews. And at the 5 is his brother, Carson Matthews. For the Cherokees of Morgan Township in Valparaiso, Indiana, Jaden Spratley is the point guard. At the 2 is Connor Havlin. Starting small forward is Jack Wheeler. At the 4 is Keegan Holder. And at the 5 is Hayden Grieger, as that is our KVB starting lineups for us tonight. They've doused the lights, and they've got the spotlight right smack dab on the Bobcats huddle as they are going through the starting lineups. Always love to see head coach Larry Centered. He's got his suit on, looking sharp. Probably one of the better dressed coaches in our area, Coach, I got to say. He always is wearing a suit and tie. I love it.
Yeah, that was one of them things that you never saw me in. I'll be honest with you, Mitch. I just watched too many things on TV where they ripped the coats off, and I knew I'd have it off before it even started.
He wouldn't even last long.
I didn't last long.
Well, here we go. It's time to put up or shut up. Stand by during the halftime break. We'll also, throughout the game, we'll break down some of the accomplishments of these Hall of Famers that were inducted tonight. So, throughout the game, we'll sprinkle that in and let us all know who was inducted to the Hall of Fame here at Oregon Davis. But we are in action here in the center. We're going to see number 40, Carson Matthew, and in the middle for the Morgan Township Cherokee is number 21, Keegan Holder, as the Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack tip is up and away, and Morgan Township will control. It's Jaden Spratley as he's got the ball inside, puts up a layup, no good, and rebounded by number 5, Connor Matthew. So here comes DJ Garland on the other end of the floor for the Bobcats. He gets it into number 40. That's Carson Matthew, and he brings it back out up top, back to Ethan Hewitt. Hewitt taking his time over to Connor Frazier. Frazier inside to Matthew. It's Carson working inside, trying to make some moves in the post, and a foul is called. Maybe a blocking here, Coach.
That's going to be on Grieger.
Yeah, Grieger. So out of bounds play underneath their own basket for the Bobcats. DJ Garland takes it out. Toss up top to Ethan Hewitt. Back over to Connor Frazier. Then back up top to Hewitt. Cross court, extended wing. DJ Garland looks inside. He has his man to Connor Matthew, who scores a nice 16-footer in the corner. And the Bobcats start with the lead here, 2-0.
I like the patience of that offense that time. That looked nice.
Jaden Spratley hands off to Jack Wheeler up top, spinning through his legs, almost lost it, picked up by Jaden Spratley on the near sideline right in front of the Bobcats bench. Cross-court pass to Connor Havlin, now into the corner, inside. Nice flashing cut by Jaden Spratley, but no good on the 3-foot layup, and it goes out of bounds. It will be Bobcat ball. So the Bobcats controlling things here early for the first two possessions. Full court press from the Cherokee. DJ Garland beating the press up to Connor Frazier. They cross half court. He's got the ball, almost doubled. Then he gets it into one of the Matthew brothers. Passes over to Carson. Here's Carson. Nice spin around. Shot from 15. No good, and rebounded Spratley. Here come the Cherokee on the other side of the floor. It's Jack Wheeler putting the dribble between his legs. Now back up top. Fake the 3 by Spratley, and he is called for a travel. So the first turnover of the night goes to Morgan Township, as the Bobcats are being patient, like you're saying, Coach, looking good here.
Well, that's what they have to do. I mean, limit the shots that Morgan's going to be able to take. Be patient. Get good shots. Hopefully they're falling.
And you're fine with that clock ticking as well, I assume.
For sure.
Garland beats the press and brings it across half court. He finds Carson Matthew, dump off to his brother. This is inside. Nice layup by Connor Matthew. And the inside is working right now between the Matthew brothers. They are making things happen. As here is Keegan Holder. Nice move, baseline, cross-court pass back up top to Connor Havlin, who then hands off to Jaden Spratley. Driving inside, left elbow, kicks to the corner. This is number 22, Hayden Grieger, back up top. 3 on the way from Connor Havlin, and he makes it count 4-3. The Cherokee get on the board. A 1-point ball game for the Bobcats. As here's Connor Frazier on the other side of the floor. The Cherokee backed off from the full court press. Looks like the Bobcats have been prepared, as here is number 5, Connor Matthew, back up to Carson. He's at the extended wing, dribbling, finds Connor Frazier, driving inside, hand off to Matthew, and then another dump-off pass to number 4, Connor Frazier, Ethan Hewitt. Couldn't get the put back to go, almost rebounded it. Yes, it is rebounded, and they will have a second chance opportunity here. The Bobcats are being scrappy here early on. The Cherokee they're almost surprised, I think. As DJ Garland driving inside, puts up a layup, no good. And here come the Cherokee off the rebound. Dump off pass to number 22, Hayden Grieger, and he is fouled on the floor here. They're going to call him, Connor Frazier.
It's his first, team first.
So it'll be an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the Cherokees. Jaden Spratley to take it out. He slaps the ball. Here comes the play. Pass out up top to Keegan Holder. Almost lost it. Keeps his dribble. Pops it from 13. Couldn't get it to go. Great defense from Connor Frazier, and then he threw it away. Right to Jaden Spratley, who's driving inside. Puts up a layup. No good, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Connor Frazier, great defense. You remember he was like, top 3 or top 4 players in the state for charges taken last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was. I think they gave that foul to him there as well. So it might be his second.
So that may be Connor Frazier's second foul.
It's not good for them.
He has been given the task tonight, Coach, of guarding Keegan Holder. As the first free throw from Spratley is no good, and a timeout is called by head coach Larry Sinner to the Bobcats, as tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by NEPCO Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joas Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on KVB's WKVI. Score update from West Central. Argus leads at the end of 1, 18-11. The Trojans trail by 7. Coach, your thoughts on the timeout by head coach Larry Sennert there?
That was a good timeout. I mean, he's got to be happy with these just over 3 minutes that they played. They were pretty patient. They had a couple offensive rebounds that they could have got another easy basket, but for the most part, I think he's pretty happy with the way things are going. His only problem is if that second call was on Connor, that's his best defender, and definitely can't have it.
Spratley's second opportunity at the line is good, tying it up 4-4 here with 4:48 to go in the first. The Bobcats jump out to the lead, and the Cherokees have tied things up as they break the full court press. It's Ethan Hewitt up top with the ball. He kicks it over to DJ Garland now. Dumps in to Carson Matthew, back out to Garland for 3, but he's called for a travel.
It was a good call.
Garland had a good look from 3, but he moved his feet first. So a turnover for the Bobcats. Sees Keegan Holder bring it across half court and kick it over to Hayden Grieger. Now Grieger back to Spratley. Pops it from 14. No good. Fight for the rebound, and DJ Garland comes up with it. So here comes DJ crossing the court. 4:20 to go here in the opening quarter. It's a tie ball game. Garland dancing around. Picks up his dribble. Looking inside. Stolen by number 10. That was Jack Wheeler, coast to coast, puts up the layup, no good. But right there was Connor Havlin for the putback, and the Cherokees take the lead. 6-4 with 4 to go here in the first. Garland with the ball, bringing it across half court. Man-to-man here from the Cherokee. It's Connor Frazier, kicks it back over to DJ Garland. Now to the corner, Ethan Hewitt pops a 3. No good. And it looks like Matthew is going to come up with it. It falls into the hands of Carson. Almost lost. Picked back up by Ethan Hewitt. Now back into Matthew. Pops it from the left elbow. No good. And rebounded by Keegan Holder. So Holder with the ball. Oh, nice little hezzy. Back out to the corner. Thought about a three, but no. Back up top, it's Grieger. Pops a three, no good, and rebounded by Connor Matthew, and he gets it back to DJ Garland. 3:15 to go here in the first. 6-4, the Cherokees lead. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Minix and sideline reporter Justin Ruff. Stolen by Grieger. Here he comes, coast to coast. DJ Garland on him. Left-hand layup is good as the steal and went coast to coast there. What a play. 8-4. The Cherokees are now making noise as here's another steal by this time number 10 coast to coast, Jack Wheeler, and he gets the left-hand layup to go, and a timeout by head coach Larry Sinnert. That's how fast things can change, Coach.
Yeah, that's the stuff we're talking about. You know, you got to take care of the basketball. They were being very patient there the first 3 minutes and kind of got away from them.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, serving Pulaski County for 44 years. Call 574-946-6894 and ask for Howard or Dean. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and being part of this wonderful tradition. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, down on the floor. Justin, what are you hearing from the Bobcats sideline?
Well, they're not happy right now, Mitch, how they're taking care of the ball. I think Coach Minix mentioned one of the keys if they wanted to win the game or stay in the game. One of them was you have to take care of the ball. In the last couple of possessions, they haven't done that. And that's what Coach Summers is doing right now, saying take care of the ball. And they're also talking about defense. He's really on number 4, Connor Frazier, right now. He's got 2 fouls, but he took on the task on guarding Holder, which is not an easy cupcake defending that he has to do. As a very hard player. I think they have DJ Garland on him right now. So number 4, Frazier doesn't get that third. But right now, it's just taking care of the ball, Mitch.
That's our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, getting all the inside information from the floor. As, Connor Frazier's got 2 fouls, and head coach Larry Sinnert not very happy about it. You see him take a swig of that Mountain Dew he loves so much. As here's Connor Frazier on the other end of the floor now. We're back in action, getting it into Carson Matthew. Drives inside. Nice take by him. And that's one guy I remember from last year, Coach. He is a bulldog down there. He's not afraid.
Oh, no. And the thing, I'd like to see him get it to him a little bit more, but you know, he needs to be closer to the basket. I mean, he was standing 16 foot away and had to put 5 dribbles to get there. Now it worked out for him, but
want him down there on the block.
Down there closer to the block or the elbows or something where he can maneuver a little bit better.
First of 2 free throws goes through for Carson Matthew as it's 10-5 here with 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Second free throw, swish. 10-6 now. And here's Keegan Holder bringing the ball cross court. Kicks it over to number 12, Aiden Johnson, who then finds number 10. This is Jack Wheeler right in front of the Bobcats bench. Now an entry pass into Jeff Gaya. And back up top to Keegan Holder. Fakes left, drives inside, pops it from the free throw line.
Guess who?
And that was a great move. It almost reminded me of like a MJ move there. Yeah. So here's DJ Garland getting it inside to
That's
Carson
where you want to
Matthew.
Go, right there.
And the post move is working for him well. 12-8, the Cherokees lead, and right back at it, it's Keegan Holder. Pops it from the right elbow, and he gets the and one. Oh, man. He just needs a little bit of space, and he's able to make it happen. As he's going to go to the line for a 3-point opportunity, we're going to see Jacob Colon check in for the Cherokees and Jeff Gahea checking out. So at the line, Keegan Holder for his 3-point opportunity. Swish, 15-8 now is the score. As we have a substitution, we're going to see number 11, Casey Cook, come in for the Bobcats, and number 4, Connor Frazier, check out. So 15-8, a little bit of work to do with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It's DJ Garland bringing it forward, passes up to Ethan Hewitt. Hewitt crosses the timeline, gets it to Carson Matthew, then back to DJ Garland. Garland driving inside, almost lost the dribble. He did. Here comes Keegan Holder. Oh, my goodness, he's going to throw it away. He tried to find Jack Wheeler, and it just went through his hands a little bit too fast there.
There again, I still think, they're really not a tough press they got on right now, so make sure Matthews is down closer. He's at the top of the key. He needs to be further down. I mean, they're not.
Yeah, he's standing up there. Yeah, he's standing at the top of the key, and now we've got a foul on number 20.
That's going to be Brady
Danford.
That is second.
Now, that's a turnover.
That's a turnover. Yeah, that is correct.
So another turnover unofficially. I have 7 for the Bobcats, 2 for the Cherokees. Yeah. Unofficially, of course. We're going to have some subs here. I couldn't get it out. Jaden Spratley just checked in for the Cherokees, and also Mason Willingham in the far corner. So here comes Keegan Holder. Oh, and he's going to turn it over right off his foot.
Casey Cook did a nice job of getting up on him and defending him and made him turn the ball over.
Yeah, he tried to do a little dance with the ball, and it just bounced right off his foot. So now here's DJ Garland off the Cherokees turnover. It's Ethan Hewitt trying to get it into Carson Matthew.
There's just too much space when you're that high.
That high.
You've got to be down, sit down at the elbow or the block somewhere down there where then you can make your move.
Well, if he looks up here, tell him to.
Okay, but if they're running and jumping and trapping, it's different. Then you need a release point in the middle.
Right.
But they're not.
They need to use the space. Threw it away. Carson Matthew tried to get a backdoor pass. And Keegan Holder carried it, double dribble, nothing called. Back up top. Here come the Cherokee. It's Spratley with the ball. Handoff back to Holder. Now he drives baseline. He's got space, and he's going to lay it in. Pretty easily for Keegan Holder. 17-8 in the last 50 seconds here in the first quarter. DJ Garland brings it across, and it goes out of bounds. Dribbled off the foot of a Cherokee.
Kind of out of control. The thing is what they were doing in the beginning of the game, with spacing the floor a little bit and being patient. They kind of got away from that.
Sideline out of bounds play. They kick it back to DJ Garland. Last 35 seconds here. Carson Matthew, he's at the three-point line. Extended wing. Finds Ethan Hewitt. Pops a three. No good. And rebounded Keegan Holder. Here comes Holder. Crosses over. Cook on him. Behind his back. Pops the three. No good. Rebounded Hewitt. Last 22 seconds. Here he comes. Crosses half court. Picks up his dribble. Gets rid of it to DJ Garland. Last 15 seconds. Entry pass to Cook. Cook fakes the shot, pass off to Carson Matthew, but no, it hits his shin, and it's another turnover for the Bobcats. Here comes Keegan Holder, passes to Jaden Spratley, drives inside, and he gets the floater high off the glass, as that's 19-8, the end of the first quarter, as we will take a break with them. We've got more action coming your way. For sports analyst Terry Minix, I'm Mitch Columbi. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Back in the Bobcat Den, Mitch Columbi along with sports analyst Terry Minix. We thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. We go to the second quarter here on KVV's WKVI. We are back in action. Almost lost it inside was Carson Matthew, and he does right off his shin. So another turnover here for the Bobcats, Coach.
And I know I keep saying this, but
he's way too up top.
He's way too up top, and he's having to take 5 or 6 dribbles, and that's not his strong suit.
Unofficially, that's 10 turnovers for the Bobcats. As here's Spratley on the other end of the court. Gets it into Krieger, and he does. Good call, Coach. The ref saw it as well. So there's the 4th turnover unofficially for the Cherokees as Connor Frazier is going to check in. Carson Matthew will take a seat as here's DJ Garland bringing it across half court. Couldn't get it out.
Well, they need to keep doing what they were doing earlier. Don't abort. I mean, you're down 11, but just be patient, limit their shots. Get it where you're going to off the cuts in the middle. I mean, they're flashing. There you go.
Frazier kicks it over to Casey Cook. Back out to Connor Frazier. Drives baseline. Back up top to DJ Garland. They're going to reset here. 7 minutes in the second quarter. 19-8. The Cherokees lead. Garland back up top. Ethan Hewitt, a deep two. No good. Fought for his own rebound, but couldn't come up with it. Now Casey Cook's getting in there, and Connor Frazier does get it for a second chance opportunity. He steps through, puts up the layup. No good, but Ethan Hewitt gets the rebound and the putback to go. He was fouled while he was at it. He's going to go to the line for a three-point opportunity. That's exactly what he needed. So he will go to the line here for a three-point opportunity. Ethan Hewitt, right place at the right time. This will make it an 8-point ball game. In and out, no good. Connor Frazier fighting for the rebound, but no. Grieger came up with it, and he finds Spratley on the other end. Now Frazier's on the floor trying to steal it. Can't get it. Finds it into the hands of Mason Willingham. Drives baseline. No. Back up top for three. Short air ball, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Cherokees, so the Bobcats will have it here.
Yeah, just do what they did the last time. Be patient. Keep working. They did a nice job. It scrambled around a little bit, and three guys touched it, and they were fortunate to get a possible and one there.
Garland with the ball on the other side of the floor. Takes the pick, drives inside, stolen by the Cherokees, and here they come. Oh, stolen back by Casey Cook, but it goes out of bounds by him, so it's going to stay here. He didn't get full possession of it, and we're going to see number 5, Connor Havlin, check in, and number 12, Aiden Johnson, check out for the Cherokees. So it's an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket. Spratley to take it out. Kicks it up top to number 10, Jack Wheeler, driving inside. Blocked. Big-time blocked. Here comes Connor Frazier on the other side of the floor. Puts up the layup. No good. And rebounded Spratley. Here comes Jaden. Entry pass to the slashing number 10, Jack Wheeler, and he gets the left-hand layup to go. 21-10. 5:50 to go here in the first half. It's Ethan Hewitt. Oh, man. I thought the ball as long as the ball was forward.
Yeah, but he was in the air.
He didn't get his foot down on the other side of the floor, so that is an over-back call.
All 3 points have to be at the same time on the opposite side.
So that is another turnover for the Bobcats, and the Cherokee will have it here. It's Jaden Spratley at the left elbow. Kicks it over to number 5, Connor Havlin. Back over to Spratley. Fakes right, drives left, baseline, entry pass to number 23, Mason Willingham. He gets the layup to go and the and one.
Connor Matthews.
As that will be called on Connor Matthew.
It's his first.
And at the line, shooting just one here, was number 23, Mason Willingham. He gets the three-point opportunity. So 24-10 here. 5:30 to go in the second. Garland tried to get it inside to Matthew. It's stolen by the Cherokee. And a fast break opportunity sees Mason Willingham get the right-hand layup to go. 26-10. Now they're pulling away. It's Ethan Hewitt driving baseline. Pops it from 15, fading away. No good, but he's fouled. As has a little bit of a quick shot there, Coach.
Yeah. On 23, Mason Willingham.
So at the line is Ethan Hewitt. First of two is up away and no good. Too hard off the back iron. As Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Next free throw from Hewitt. Rolls around. 26-11 is now the score. And here come the Cherokee. Spratley with the ball. Almost lost it, and he does. He does.
I tell you, Casey Cook has come in here and give him a little bit of energy on the defensive side. So, they just need to respond from that. And, it's not ready to abort. I mean, you still just get good shots here.
Matthew tried to get the entry pass. Stolen, my goodness. They're trying to get it inside. It's not working. Here come the Cherokees on the other side of the floor. Entry pass to Jack Wheeler. Back up top, it's Spratley. Fakes the shot, drives inside. Little Euro step for us. No good for the layup. Rebounded, though. It had a big-time bounce to Mason Willingham, who gets it back up top to Jack Wheeler, and the Cherokees are going to reset here. Oh, crossover, drives inside, double pump, no good. Rebounded by number 20, Brady Danford, and here come the Bobcats. DJ Garland, they need to take advantage of this 5-on-4. He puts up a floater, no good, and rebounded Grieger. They got bailed out there, and now we hear a whistle. I'm not sure what they're calling here. So, I'm not really sure what
I don't know if he had blood or something.
There may have been something to that effect.
They're walking him out. Yeah, they're walking him out.
So one of the players was bleeding, evidently.
Safety.
We'll try to see if our sideline reporter can find some information on that. As here is up top, Jaden Spratley with the ball. Crossing left, driving right, dump off pass to Grieger. And he gets the layup to go, 28-11. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Matthew picks up his dribble, back up top to DJ Garland. Garland driving right, almost lost it, picks up his dribble. Oh man, he's gonna lose it, stolen by Spratley. Here he comes, and a foul by DJ Garland. Another turnover, unofficially 15 for the Oregon Davis Bobcats. As there's going to be free throws. Let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. Justin, what'd you catch on that player that had to check out?
Jack Wheeler, number 10 for Morgan Township, went up for a layup, got elbowed in the head. So they just took him out, making sure he didn't have any concussions or everything was still functioning right up top. So he's back on the bench and he's good to go.
All right, Jack Wheeler must have got hit in the head. We appreciate our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, getting that information for us. As the first free throw from Spratley is no good. Second goes through. As that makes it a 30-11 ball, 30-11 right now is the score as the Morgan Township Cherokees lead in this one, Coach.
Yeah.
So DJ Garland bringing it across court. He's got the ball, top of the key, dribbling between his legs, finds Ethan Hewitt, pops a three, extended wing, no good on the near side of the floor. Rebounded by Grieger, passes forward. It's number 23, Mason Willingham, dump off to Keegan Holder, no good on the layup. Rebounded Matthew, and here comes DJ Garland behind his back, almost lost it, stays with it, and it's almost stolen, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Garland.
DJ's got to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
He's getting in too big a hurry and trying to make the impossible passes.
So on the other end of the floor, the Cherokees have a pretty big lead right now, 32-11 with 3 minutes to go in the first half. It's Keegan Holder, pops a three in the corner, and he's fouled. 4-point opportunity for him. Those are always fun.
Yeah. Did you ever have one?
I did, actually.
Did you?
Freshman year.
Nice.
Ref said, "You're on fire." Some things you just don't forget.
I didn't even know how to respond to that.
Some things you just don't forget. Holder, 4-point play, goes through. 34-11, as here's Ethan Hewitt. Crossing over the half-court line, and it's stolen back by Grieger. And here come the Cherokee. Fakes the layup, and he puts it up off the dump-off pass from Grieger to Connor Havlin. 36-11 now. Under 3 to go here in the first half. The Cherokees are really pulling away here. Ethan Hewitt back up top to Connor Frazier. Entry pass to Matthew. Driving inside. Hewitt! And that's a nice-looking play there as he slashes, makes the left-handed layup with his right hand. Beautiful play. As here on the other end, Keegan Holder fakes right, goes left.
And whatever he wanted to do. Nice shot.
Nice little crossover for the left elbow from 15. And now on the other side of the floor, Brady Danford misses a 16-footer in the corner. 38-13 coming up on 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Keegan Holder He just hesitates that little second. You see that? He hesitates, and then he goes right around the corner of Casey Cook, and Cook has to hold on to him, and that's causing Cook to get that foul. And you see head coach Larry Sinnert say, you got to move your feet. You got to move your feet there.
You know, that hesitation's kind of a lost art. It's sort of like boxing out, the stuff that everybody assumes.
They're slowing slows the pace down. As here's Holder driving inside. No good from 14 and rebounded Brady Danford. Pushing it forward is Connor Frazier, who then dumps it off to Matthew. This is Connor Matthew driving inside, no good, and rebounded Grieger. Here comes Keegan Holder now, crossing half court. He's got Casey Cook on him, through his legs. Cook all over him, White on Rice. Back up top, this is 24. Brady Walters. Walters with the ball, hands off to Keegan Holder. Cook had to spin away, and a travel is called on Keegan Holder.
That's all because of Casey Cook.
He's just being a little pest right now.
He's got the energy, and, hopefully it can rub off on the rest of his teammates.
One thing that reminds me of the pace like that is Paul Pierce. He was always good at changing pace and direction.
Yep.
As here's Connor Frazier back over to Casey Cook, who then hands off to Ethan Hewitt, driving baseline, pops it from 15, but they're going to call it on the floor here.
Walters.
I will say Morgan Township really does a good job of rotating the bench, Coach. They must have some players they really believe in. Any of them on the bench can really provide for them.
They got a nice team.
Into Connor Frazier, no foul called, rebounded by Connor Matthew. No good. Here comes Keegan Holder on the other side of the floor, behind his back, now into the near corner. Cross-court pass to Grieger. Going inside, and he puts up a wild layup, but he's fouled. So he's going to go to the line for 2 here.
That's on Brady. That's his third.
Yeah, it is. So that will be his third. As Collins Insurance is part of the broadcast tonight, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me to tell you, call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. First free throw from Grieger's up, away, and no good. 38-13 is the score here, with 1 minute and 9 seconds to go in the first half. We thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain, agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. Second free throw goes through. 39-13 now's the score, as here's Ethan Hewitt bringing across half court. Kicks it over to DJ Garland. Garland, entry pass to Carson Matthews. Nice pass to the slashing baseline player. That is Casey Cook for the left-handed layup with his right hand. 39-15 now. As here is up top, number 24, Brady Walters tries to find Keegan Holder, who then passes to the corner. No good from Walters, as here is Hewitt back up top, crossing half court, back to the far corner. Up top, this is DJ Garland now. Takes the pick from Matthew, takes the second, pops it from the left elbow. No good, and a rebound by Keegan Holder, and here he comes, and they may hold this for the last shot of the first half. Nope, he's going to drive inside, put up a floater off the glass.
Oh, he's counting that.
And they are. He is. I don't know if he pointed at the floor. Yeah, he's saying it's on the floor. So Holder thought he was going to get away with one there. It'll be a 1-and-1 as the foul was on the floor.
Well, there is no 1-and-1. It's the 5th foul.
Oh, yeah, that new rule. Let's not get started on that one. So Holder makes the first of 2. You're right, 5th foul. That's still hard to remember. Second one's up, away, and good. So 41-15, DJ Garland now with the ball. Last 20 seconds here of the first half. Crosses over, Garland. Entry pass into Matthew. Dump off to Casey Cook, and it's blocked, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay here for the last 12.5 seconds. And out of bounds play underneath their own basket. Slaps the ball, gets it into Ethan Hewitt. Here we go, last 10 seconds. Pops it from 17, top of the key. Ethan Hewitt made it look easy, as here comes Keegan Holder. Last shot of the first half, deep 3, top of the key. No good.
Calling a foul.
Oh my goodness, they are.
That is.
Oh my goodness. Well, would you say they were a little too close under his feet there? He didn't have space to land on his feet. What did you see?
I saw it was into the half, and it's 41-17.
Yeah. Well, it almost looked like there just wasn't space for Holder to land on his feet, so that they called it after the shot. He wasn't fouled in the act of shooting. He was fouled after the shot. So he gets 3 free throws here. Yep. He makes the first of 3. The second of 3 is on the way, and it's good. And now the last. My goodness, how do you get this lucky, Coach? So here is the third of 3 from Holder to end the first half, and he misses it. So 43-17 is the end of the first, as we'll see if our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, can get a word with head coach. Yes, down on the sideline with Justin Ruff is head coach of the Oregon-Davis Bobcats, Larry Center. Justin.
Hey, thanks, Mix. Coach, you mentioned in the pregame that your focus was to contain Holder as much as you can. Besides that last shot, you guys been doing a pretty good job at that. What a big concern, I think, is your turnovers. What are your adjustments going into halftime?
Right now, we've got to get together as a team. As you saw, it's an embarrassment that I got 2 kids that can't play in the same floor, can't get along. You're not going to beat nobody. Gee, you have some camaraderie amongst teams and stuff like that. You're not going to beat nobody. We've got to get there, head out of their rear end, and decide we're going to be one team or we're never going to beat nobody. That simple.
Hey, thanks a lot, Coach. Back to you, Mitch.
All right, that's sideline reporter Justin Ruff getting a word with head coach of the Oregon-Davis Bobcats, Larry Center. We appreciate you, Justin, as we're going to take a break and come back for the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. For sports analyst Terry Minix, I'm Mitch Columbi. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we know while harvest may be wrapping up, the work is not done. Taking care of livestock, maintaining equipment, planning for the next season, and managing financials keeps farmers and farm families busy throughout the holidays. Laying the groundwork for a successful 2024 means next year's laborers will reap higher rewards. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers Bank and Trust. When you're ready to make a plan for next year's financial success, come into our branch in North Judson, Knox, or Culver, or visit ffbt.com to learn more. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas, average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Welcome to the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Here's Mitch Columbi.
43-17 is the score as the Morgan Township Cherokee lead the Oregon-Davis Bobcats. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. We've got our sports analyst Terry Minix up here in the KVB booth. What'd you see in that first half you can share with us and our listeners?
Well, I think it kind of got away from them a little bit. Like we keep talking about them turnovers. I don't know what you ended up with. It had to be close to 20 in that half.
Yeah, 17.
And when you're not taking care of the basketball, you struggle. And they've had a lot of runouts. I mean, obviously Holder's hit some nice shots and been getting to the free throw line, but they're getting the steals because of the turnovers and getting a lot of runouts.
Well, we kind of had a feeling that it was going to be a tough matchup for the Bobcats. They really started strong, though, I thought, in that first quarter. Coach, how do you this is a good question. You get a good start like that, and then it just seemed like a couple of plays happened for the Cherokee. They tied it up, and then they took the lead and never looked back. How can you keep the team in that moment like they had in the first quarter? How do you keep that going the whole game?
Well, that's just it. I mean, the thing is what, he's probably telling them that in there that, we started out the way we wanted to. We were patient. We were flashing. We were getting the ball where we wanted to. Well, and after, they say, well, then you went away from it. We were trying to throw passes we shouldn't be making. And then, they're looking at each other saying, no. But then you show them film. I really believe film is where, kids watching it, they go, well, maybe I did. I mean, you can say it all day long in the locker room, and they're thinking no. But it'll be a good learning moment. Hopefully they're watching some film and understanding, yes, that first 3.5 minutes, we did what we wanted to do, and that's how we have to play our game, and unless we're, every shot we're throwing up's going in.
Well, we appreciate you joining us tonight as this is the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is helping continue this wonderful tradition on KVB's WKVI. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give third-generation owner Brian Hammond a call at 574-936-4660, serving the local area since 1936. You've been doing something that long. I'd say you know what you're doing, so give Brian Hammond a call, that is for sure. Well, we're going to take a break and come back for more talk here in the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Culver's Portside Marina. They can make sure your boat is ready for the winter. If you need help storing or winterizing your watercraft, contact Culver's Portside Marina at 574-842-5000. Stop by and discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. We appreciate Culver's Portside Marina and their support toward helping continue the tradition. Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show continues. 43-17, the Cherokee lead the Bobcats.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. Down courtside is our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, with head coach of the Morgan Township Cherokee, Kevin Krieger. Justin.
Hey, thanks, Mitch. Coach, you had a pretty good first half. Have a 26-point lead. You caused a lot of issues on the defensive end. What other adjustments are you going through with your boys in halftime?
Well, we talked about taking the ball to basket up strong. We gave up a couple points in the early going of the game because we were just flipping it up there. So offensively, we're going to take ball up strong. Defensively, we can work a little bit better on the backside to cut off some of their drives that they got. But good first half. I'm excited to see if we can continue the momentum in the second half.
Hey, I appreciate it, Coach. Good luck. Back to you, Mitch.
All right, Justin, we appreciate your work down there. We heard him loud and clear, so we appreciate that. As down on the sidelines was head coach of the Morgan Township Cherokee, Kevin Krieger. What'd you hear from him that you thought was? It sounds just like he's just enjoying himself. It sounds like he's having a fun Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. I mean, besides the first couple minutes, I think Cherokees have done pretty much what they wanted to do the whole night.
Yeah, absolutely. They come into the second half. Do you expect them to apply a little pressure here to start the third, maybe get some of their bench players some minutes if they can, or do you think they may just take it easy here to start the third?
Well, you like to think that they're going to apply a little bit of pressure just to keep it going, because you don't want to assume nobody's ever won a game at halftime, so you have to make sure you keep that foot on their throat or on the pedal and put them down, make sure the other team isn't able to come back. Because with the 3-ball out there now, you hit 3 or 4 threes. I mean,
you get back in the game.
Get in the game pretty quick.
Well, stop by Papa Farm Pizza after the game for fresh ingredients that separates their pizza from any others. That's Papa Farm Pizza, downtown Knox. Call them at 574-772-5888 to place your order now. I have a score update from West Central Argus matchup. At half, the West Central Lady Trojans lead 26-25 over the Argus Lady Dragons.
Wow.
I also got information as the Knox Lady Redskins beat Triton at Triton in Bourbon, Indiana this afternoon, 59-45 in HNAC action. So a big-time win for head coach James Adcock and the Lady Redskins, coach.
And that was at Triton.
Yes, sir.
That's a good win. Good for him. I keep telling these newer coaches, the thing is relax. Don't get so high on the highs and so low on the lows. And that's if you can understand that, and him being a pastor, he understands a lot more than I understand. But he's going to do good things, and hopefully that spurs him to a few more wins here.
I actually was able to eat the hot dog. I don't know how I scarfed it down in the commercial break, but I usually don't eat during the game. That was fun.
The scary part is I didn't even notice you eating it.
Yeah, well, I snarfed it down. If I could learn to talk and eat at the same time, wouldn't that be a lot of fun?
Oh, it'd be different.
You didn't get a hot dog, Justin? He didn't get a hot dog, Coach.
Oh.
As we're back in action, it's Keegan Holder, cross-court pass, up top, back to Spratley. Spratley with the ball, who then finds Keegan Holder. Oh, he's hit in the face, but no call. Connor Frazier's all over him. Back to Spratley. Corner from 14, and he makes it happen. So the Cherokees are starting with their normal starting 5 here in the third quarter, applying pressure. As here is Cashton Swanson, the first time we're going to see him this season. Inside to Matthews, puts up a shot. It's blocked and stolen by the Morgan Township Cherokee. And here comes Spratley to the corner. Nice pass to Mason Willingham, and then it goes out of bounds. I'm really interested to see Cashton Swanson. He's fun to watch.
He's another one's got a lot of energy. He's just got to contain it a little bit and play under control.
Out of bounds, play underneath their own basket. Dump off pass right inside to number 11, Jeff Gahea. He actually started the third quarter, not the first quarter, so my apologies. This lineup's a little bit different here for the Cherokee, but he gets the entry pass right to his hands, and he puts up the layup. As here's Cashton Swanson on the other end of the floor. Fakes a pass, and then it does go out of bounds. He tried to save it, jumping back inbounds, but he was still in the air. So it's another turnover for the Bobcats here as Keegan Holder has the ball. Hesitation, back to the corner. Number 23, Mason Willingham. Back to this near corner, Connor Havlin. Hand off to Spratley. Jaden thought about a 3, but no. Back to Havlin, who then finds number 23, Mason Willingham. To the far corner, it's Keegan Holder. Spins around, pops it from 16. No good, and rebounded Ethan Hewitt. 47-17 on the scoreboard. 6:30 to go here in the third. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Minix and sideline reporter Justin Ruff. We're so glad you've joined us here on KVB's WKVI. Connor Frazier on the far extended wing. Back up top to Brady Danford. They're trying to get it inside to Carson Matthew. Nothing there. They're doing a good job on him. As here's Brady Danford. Hand off to Cashton Swanson. Spins around. Now brings it back out. Extended wing. Driving baseline. Back up top to Hewitt. Hewitt inside to Carson Matthew. Turn around, shot, and he gets it to go. And one, baby. As Carson Matthew, he gets good leverage, Coach. He's got good angles, and he uses his body well. You notice he just had that shoulder right there for his defender saying, get out of my way, thank you.
But notice where he was. I mean, that's the stuff they were doing in the beginning of the game.
Yep.
And that's what they have to do to get back in this game.
Matthew gets the three-point opportunity to go 47-20. Here's a cross-court wild pass to Connor Havlin. Entry into number 11, Jeff Gahea, and he gets the layup to go 49-20. The Cherokee and the Bobcats are trading buckets right now. As here's Cashton Swanson, brings it across half court, fakes left, goes right behind his back, has to dive on the floor, and a timeout is called by head coach Larry Sinnert. Smart play there.
They're again going a little too fast, especially when they got to recognize when they're having two players come up and trap them. Somebody's got to flash. They can't just stand and And Cashton's not a very tall young fellow anyway, so.
So just a 30-second timeout.
Yep.
As we'll check in with our sideline reporter Justin Ruff. What are you hearing, Justin?
Just for about 5 seconds, Coach Sinnert said, that's what happens when you give it to the post.
Yeah.
So, it looked like Matthew was just, that's their main focus. Give it inside to him, let the big boy eat.
Yeah, they just got to make sure he's staying close to the
box.
The box down there is the main thing. I don't like him dribbling 4 and 5 times. I like, 1 or 2 dribbles, and he does a nice job when he's able to do that.
So we'll see if they can keep it up. As here's the Bobcats out of the timeout. It's Cashton Swanson almost losing it, and he does. Stolen by the Cherokee, and here they come. Stolen back by Cashton Swanson. Keegan Holder did not see that coming. He came up right behind him, finds Brady Danford. Now Brady picks up his dribble, back up top to Connor Frazier. Inside to Carson Matthew, dump off pass to Brady Danford, and he gets the layup to go. Fast basket there for the Bobcats. As here's Keegan Holder bringing it across the timeline. Finds it over to the corner. Number 5, Connor Havlin. Now he's doubled. He's in trouble. Back out to Holder. Up top to Spratley. 3 on the way. Splash. Big time 3 for the Cherokee. 52-22. Under 5 to go here in the third. 30-point ball game, Coach. This is a tough one. As here's
Keep working. Just keep working.
Hewitt from 17,
He's had a nice game tonight, really, for the Bobcats.
So he makes the two-pointer go through, 52-24, and Holder's on the other end of the floor. Back up to Jaden Spratley, who then finds Connor Havlin. Havlin hand off to Spratley, big time 3! Back-to-back threes for Jaden Spratley, 6 quick ones, and it's been booked. On the scoreboard, 55-24, as here comes Cashton Swanson crossing the timeline. Dribbling between his legs, takes the pick from Brady Danford. Picks up his dribble, cross court to Connor Frazier. Holder on him. Frazier picks up his dribble, now over to Hewitt. Pops a 3, extended wing.
Here you go.
Got it. Big time 3 by Ethan Hewitt. As here is Keegan Holder crossing over, driving inside. He took on 3 Bobcats, and he made the right-hand layup look easy as he served the platter right to the bucket, 57-27. As here's Cashton Swanson now. Top of the key at the volleyball line. Corner, Ethan Hewitt. Back to Swanson. Cross court to Frazier, almost stolen, but he uses the space. Pops a 3. Splash. Big time 3. Connor Frazier.
Showing a little life.
Jaden Spratley now. He thought about a third 3, but no. Back to the corner. Mason Willingham back up top to Keegan Holder, who then finds Connor Havlin. Havlin, handoff from Holder, back to Havlin. Fakes the 3 from Spratley. Pops it from the left elbow. No good. Rebounded Ethan Hewitt. And back to Cashton Swanson, under 3 to go here in the third, 57-30. Cashton Swanson, nice little hesitation, dump off pass to Brady Danford, no good. Rebounded by Carson Matthew. Now back up top to Ethan Hewitt, back to Cashton Swanson, fakes the 3, drives inside, picks up his dribble, dump off pass to Connor Frazier, puts up a shot, no good, but he's fouled by Jaden Spratley, and he will go to the line, and the Bobcats didn't give up on that play, Coach.
No, they did a real nice job of sharing the basketball. They need to do that without just standing. They were doing a lot of standing in the second quarter.
Score update from Argus. The West Central Lady Trojans lead 40-39. It's still a 1-point ball game. Boy, they got a barn burner going down over there at Argus right now.
I'll tell you what, that's a good game for them. Like I say, they played really well against the Cats and shot the ball well. And over there at Argus is not an easy place to play.
Not at all. Of course, I wouldn't know. I never played there, but I've heard stories. Yeah. Frazier's second free throw, no good. As I don't think he made either of them.
Nope, neither one.
Oh, and Frazier's going to come up with a steal.
Strong.
Takes it coast to coast. Puts up the layup, no good, but he'll have another opportunity. Unofficially, that was Morgan Township's 7th turnover, I believe, unofficially. Oregon Davis has 20 right now unofficially, but Connor Frazier is at the line for shooting 2 again. He'll have another opportunity here. 57-30 here in the third. The Cherokees lead as here's the first free throw. Connor Frazier, did you see his face?
Hey, after missing 2, I'll take the banked one on the third one.
He banked his first free throw, and he kind of looked surprised. He's like, oh, my gosh. Got lucky there. Second free throw, too hard off the right side. So it keeps it 57-31, 2:30 to go here in the third. Bringing it full court is Aiden Johnson. Almost lost it. Still has it. Doubled by Cashton Swanson and Connor Frazier. Cashton comes up with it. Here comes Swanson. Oh, my goodness. Fakes right, goes left and high off the glass. Cashton Swanson's making an appearance. 57-33. 2 minutes to go here in the third. Oh, my gosh. Cashton almost stole it again. Back over, 22, Grieger, now back up top to 24, Brady Walters, who then finds Mason Willingham and then hands back off to Aiden Johnson. Back up top, Mason Willingham, who then finds 14. That is driving inside number Grieger. Excuse me, and he's called for a travel. So another turnover for the Cherokee. And we are going to see Brady Danford check out, and checking in is number 5 for the Bobcats, Connor Matthew. So Cashton Swanson to bring it across half court. He's going to hand off to Connor Frazier. Entry pass to Carson Matthew, but you're right, Coach. He's way up top. It's almost like the defender is walking Matthew up. Matthew's going to have to fight that back and say, no, I'm staying down here.
Right, and the floor is so spread out that once he does get it, he should be able to take 1 or 2 dribbles and get to the rim.
There he is. And it's just overthrown by Ethan Hewitt. Tried to get it into the post.
Right idea, though. I mean, you can live with that one.
So tried to get it into the post to Carson Matthew, and it just overthrown his stretched hand. As here on the other side of the floor, it's number 23 in the corner, Mason Willingham. Back out top, 44 for 3. That was Lorenzo Lovato. No good from 3. And here comes Cashton Swanson with the rebound. And he brings it cross court, passes over to Connor Frazier. Frazier then finds Matthew. Back to Swanson. Here he comes. Electricity. And he couldn't get the layup to go, but he will go to the line. You just never know what Cashton Swanson's going to do, Coach.
He's lightning in a bottle, that's for sure.
I was here the other day setting stuff up, and he was playing with some friends. It must have been Jim or something. And he was driving inside, Coach, and he faked with his right hand like he passed it, but the ball was in his left hand. So when he passed it, the defenders looked that way, and then he went this way with the ball. And I was sitting there thinking, this is just in gym class. Yeah. He is lightning in a bottle.
He is. He's full of energy.
So he makes the first of 2. The second is on the way, and he makes it count. Cashton Swanson cashed that one, 57-34 here. As this is 22, Hayden Grieger driving inside, puts up a shot, no good. Great defense from Carson Matthew. Here comes Ethan Hewitt, passes it forward to Connor Frazier, into Carson Matthew. Oh, man, he lost it. Stolen by the Cherokee. Stolen back by Cashton Swanson, though. Oh, my goodness. Cashton dump off to Carson Matthew. Couldn't get the layup to go. Gets his own rebound. Put back, no good. Rebounded inside by his brother, Connor Matthew. His putback won't go. Rebounded Cherokee, and Cashton almost got in there again. So here comes number 12. It's Aiden Johnson. Finds number 22, Hayden Grieger. We haven't seen Keegan Holder much for the third quarter here, Coach. They're letting him rest. As here's Aiden Johnson to the corner. Back up top. This is 24, Brady Walters with the ball. Now to the far corner. Number 12, Aiden Johnson for 3. He almost banked it from the corner. No good. And rebounded by Connor Matthew, who gets it to Cashton. Then to Ethan Hewitt from 18. No good. and it rattled around and out. And here come the Cherokee for the last 3 seconds. A deep three from Aiden Johnson is no good, and that's the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a break with them. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we know while harvest may be wrapping up, the work is not done. Taking care of livestock, maintaining equipment, planning for the next season, and managing financials keeps farmers and farm families busy throughout the holidays. Laying the groundwork for a successful 2024 means next year's laborers will reap higher rewards. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers Bank and Trust. When you're ready to make a plan for next year's financial success, come into our branch in North Judson, Knox, or Culver, or visit ffbt.com to learn more. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Hey folks, Auto Park Fort LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
Back in the Bobcat Den, Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Minix and sideline reporter Justin Ruff. We go to the fourth quarter. 57-34, the Morgan Township Cherokee lead the Oregon Davis Bobcats. We are back in action inside to Carson Matthew. No good from the layup and rebounded Morgan Township. Here they come on the other side of the floor. It's number 12, Aiden Johnson. Finds it to number 30. New players on the floor, Braden Shuck. Shuck now back to the corner. Aiden Johnson drives inside, puts up a layup, blocked by Carson Matthew, and here comes Cashton Swanson. Cross court, Cashton, dump off pass to Ethan Hewitt, back to Cashton. Fakes left, goes inside, puts up the left-handed layup, no good. And a fight for the rebound. Oh, man, and it's going to be last touched by a Bobcat.
You know, you see a little more life. I mean, they look like they're a little more energized. You know, obviously Cashton has a little bit to do with that, but, you know, hopefully they can, play themselves back into getting it respectable here.
On the other end of the floor, it's number 11, Jeff Gahea, taking a big-time three and no good, clapping his hands, disappointed in himself. He was wide open, couldn't make it happen. So the Bobcats will have possession here, 57-34. A lot of work to do, but 7 minutes to do it here in the fourth. Cashton Swanson to bring it across half court. Hesitation, picks up his dribble to left elbow. Back up top to Ethan Hewitt. Inside to Carson Matthew. Turnaround spin. And a nice little post move for him. 57-36 now as here is Aiden Johnson driving inside. They didn't get back on D, Coach.
Nope, not at all.
Johnson gets the easy right-hand layup as here's Cashton Swanson. Driving inside, puts up the left-hand layup, and he gets it to go. Man, he is fun. So here is Aiden Johnson through his legs, back to Gahea, now to the corner. Jacob Colin, spin around, Matthew on him. Here comes the help from his brother. Connor, no, back to the corner. It's Jeff Gahea back up top to Brady Walters, and then to the near corner, Brady Shuck. Shuck back up top, it's Aiden Johnson. Dump off past the Shuck. No good, and he gets his own rebound. My goodness, back up top, and they're going to reset. Brady Walters over to Aiden Johnson. Drives inside. Johnson couldn't get the layup. The defense was there from Carson Matthew, but coming in out of nowhere was number 30, Braden Shuck, and he gets the put-back layup to go. So 61-38, the Cherokees lead. And then a whistle. I didn't see what happened there.
Kind of an unforced error. It was a turnover by Swanson, yeah.
So another turnover for the Bobcats. We see Ethan Hewitt take a seat. DJ Garland checked back in just a moment ago. So here's Aiden Johnson for the Cherokees, driving inside, back out to Gahea, then cross-court pass to Brady Walters, inside to number 20. That's Jacob Colin, blocked by Carson Matthew. And that's going to be one of their main guys this season, you can tell, Coach.
Oh, for sure. Like I say, I think Hewitt's having a really nice game. Hopefully they're just setting him out here for a couple minutes and give him a little rest and get him back in there, because I think it's going to help him for his confidence.
Out of bounds play underneath their own basket for the Cherokee. They find it up top, now to the near corners, Gahea, and then we hear a whistle.
Foul's going to be on Connor Matthews. It's his second. Got Casey Cook, so we're going to have a couple energy guys in there between Casey and Swanson.
So another out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the Cherokees. They kick it out to Braden Shuck, and then another whistle.
It's going to be on Frazier.
Connor.
It's his third, team's second in the fourth.
So another out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the Cherokee. As number 11, Jeff Gahea to take it out. Slaps the ball. Nice play. Dump off right inside. Block. Straight arms up in the air. Carson Matthew. No good from Jacob Colin. And here come the Bobcats off the block. DJ Garland driving inside. Picks up his dribble. Now dumps off to Carson Matthew. Spins around. Hook shot gets to go. Nice little post move there from Carson Matthew.
You just got to stay in the pin. You stay in the pin, you're going to get good opportunities. One or two dribbles.
On the other side of the floor, it's number 11, Gahea, trying to get the entry pass into number 24, Brady Walters, and it goes out of bounds. Threw it away. It's a turnover for the Cherokee.
Well, they've cut this lead down to 19. I think if they cut it to 15, you may see some different players on the floor for the Cherokees.
Just to make sure.
Yeah.
As here's Garland driving inside, almost lost it, spins around, back to Cashton Swanson, fakes the three, steps back for a deeper three, no good, in and out, and rebounded by Gahea. Swanson all over him. Here comes Aiden Johnson crossing half court. Ashton's right behind him, couldn't come up with it. Now to the corner, Brady Walters. Walters with Swanson all over him, back up top to Gahea, then over to 30. That's Braden Shuck, back to Gahea. Gahea, Frazier on him. Stolen by Casey Cook. Another turnover, and here comes DJ Garland. Spins around, pops it from 13. No good. A little bit too much fade as it's rebounded by Aiden Johnson in the Cherokee. And here come the full court press almost from the Bobcats. Couldn't come up with the steal. Now it's in the near corner to Braden Shuck. Back up top to Gahea. Back to Braden Shuck. Drives baseline. Frazier all over him. Nothing called. Stolen by Casey Cook. And then it's off the foot of Cook. Man.
I tell you, between Cook and Swanson,
it's just a lot going on right now. And here are several players checking in. A full timeout is called on the floor as Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551 and ask for Tina if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. We appreciate Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winnemac for their support in helping continue the tradition. 19 points here, Coach. What are you talking about if you are Oregon Davis?
One basket at a time. Just keep the intensity, between what Casey Cook and Cashton's doing right now. And the other part is, like I keep saying, I know it's like beating a dead horse, but I like to keep that horse in that pen. I want him down there, his back there, where he can take one or two dribbles. And they've been pretty successful when they've been able to do that. But, it's going to come a time where the clock is going to be running, so you've got to get them quick and maybe hit some threes, but, work for the next game as well.
Yeah, you see Cashton Swanson having a word with one of the officials there.
I think he's going to run for some office or something. He just that type of kid.
Well, and he got the ref. He's laughing. He's smiling.
Yep.
When I played, if we were talking to the ref, you were running. It didn't matter if you were cracking a joke or what. You're running if you talk to the ref. So here we go. Out of the timeout. Full court pressure from the Bobcats. As here is number 44, Lorenzo Lavato. Inside to number 12, Aiden Johnson. Back up top. No, it's stolen by Casey Cook. And here come the Bobcats. Connor Frazier puts up the right-hand layup. No good. Rebounded Cherokee. Here comes Johnson. Full court. Puts up the layup. No good. Rebounded Connor Matthew. And here come the Bobcats. Over to Casey Cook. Pops it from 16 from the wing. No good. Rebounded by number 30, Braden Shuck. And now they're pushing it forward. He's doubled and a foul is called. We'll see who it's on here. So it'll be a sideline out of bounds play. We'll check in with our sideline reporter here in just a few moments to see what he heard from that try, or from the Morgan Township sideline in that timeout, as here is a steal by the Bobcats. And Cashton Swanson now.
Moving screen, Connor Matthews.
And head coach Larry Sennert couldn't believe it. He's trying to get an explanation here.
Well, you're too far away from the basket to be setting that type of screen. You weren't running any kind of pick and roll. It was just basically to free him up is what he was trying to do, and it's just too far away from the basket at that point.
So the Cherokees get it back court to Lorenzo Lovato. Into Gahea. Jeff Gahea. I missed what happened there.
He's
missed the shot.
Missed the shot, and DJ got the rebound.
So DJ Garland comes up with the rebound. I was looking down at my paper as here's on the other end of the floor, Cashton Swanson handing off to Ethan Hewitt. Then back to DJ Garland. He pops it from 17. No good, but a foul is called on Jeff Gahea. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. Justin, what'd you hear from the Morgan Township timeout a few moments ago?
It's all about being patient. It looks like they're not playing Holden right now. Just might be just resting him. But he said, keep it, I heard a little bit, keep it above 20, keep looking to push the ball. And that's why they had that really good lead in the first half. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. I feel like Oregon Davis, as of right now, they're winning this second half with their scrappiness and their effort.
The energy they're bringing out is changed from one half to the next.
Absolutely.
Well, we appreciate our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, there on that report, getting an ear in the Morgan Township bench timeout just a few moments ago. Now, the first free throw from DJ Garland went through. The second was no good. Now we've got a technical foul on head coach Larry Sennert, and he's having a few extra words to say as well, as he's just been frustrated tonight. He's just not happy with what he's seeing onto the floor. His guys are hitting the deck, coach. They're putting everything on the line. And Larry's just saying, I'm fighting for you as well, guys. I'm fighting for you too. Yeah,
and I'm not sure. I really think he felt that Connor Frazier was in a good guarding position on that one. And, just enough's enough. But, he's going to have to sit down now. So
I love the coaches that have been doing this for so long. They're so comfortable in that moment. Did you just notice how comfortable Larry was? He just wanted an explanation. He wasn't being really antagonizing or anything. He just was wanting an explanation, and he just so calm and collected, because he's been doing this for so long. It's just fun to watch coaches that have done this for as long as they have handle the refs. I love how they handle the refs.
You mean get the technical and just sit down like you're supposed to?
Well, but he had a few extra words to say, and the ref let him say it, and it's just fun to watch how coaches are able to control the refs to the best of their ability.
I was going to say, that's pretty good to control the refs.
But you knew what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
So off the technical.
I never got a call. You never got
a
30 years. Oh, no, I called.
Oh. I was about to
you
say.
Believe that? You don't believe either one of them, do you?
No. Well, I could see where you wouldn't get a technical foul very often.
I didn't have a lot.
You probably yelled more at the players than you did the refs.
Yeah.
As DJ Garland had a foul called. So off the technical fouls, the points are now 65-41. And then a full timeout here by head coach Larry Sennert and company as they want to talk things over. We do remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Snep at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. If you need something lifted, Nepco Crane and Equipment Services are the people to call. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by 5 Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5 Star. Where is it, Coach?
In the Knox Mall. My sister and Rick Rabb told me I shouldn't do that anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm not very good.
Oh, well.
Well, I'll let you do it. I'll ask you.
Okay. Then.
Where's that at, Mitch?
In the Knox Mall.
That was a lot better.
We need to get a recording of Ted Hayes saying it. Then I can just press play.
There you go.
At that moment.
The legend.
The legend. Shout out to Ted Hayes. Shout out to Harold Welter. He sent me the text earlier about the Knox Lady Redskins winning. We hope you gentlemen are enjoying your Saturday night, as we are as well. This is our first Saturday night broadcast of the basketball season, as the first of 2 free throws goes through for the Morgan Township Cherokee. That's Aiden Johnson. His second free throw goes through as well. 67-41, 2:13 to go here in the ball game. Connor Frazier bringing it across half court, picks up his dribble. And he tried to get it to Casey Cook. It was almost stolen by Jacob Colin.
Well, for the Bobcats, they just got to finish out strong here. They had a nice, probably 10, 11 minutes, and now you just want to finish strong.
Inside, Cashton Swanson, he's called for a travel. And now we're going to see Brady Danford come in for Casey Cook. Under 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. The Cherokees have had their way tonight. Other than the first couple of minutes of that first quarter, it's been all them. As there's a turnover for the Cherokee. Unofficially, I have him as 15 tonight. That's unofficial. As the Bobcats will kick it in. DJ Garland crosses over, drives inside, and he's called for a travel. And Garland says, what do you want me to do when they bump me like that?
Yeah, that's a tough one there. I mean, it's inadvertent, but
it's
still.
like they almost pulled the chair a little bit.
Right. That's probably a good job of taking him out.
Just to calm him down.
Just to calm him down a little bit, make sure he doesn't get that.
Yeah, and that's exactly what head coach Sennert was just telling him. He patted him on the back and said, hey, you just got to calm down a little bit, as here is some wild basketball. A turnover for the Cherokee as they tried to push it forward, and there were Bobcats everywhere, and the last was touched off the shin of a Cherokee. So now off the turnover, and they turn it over again, Coach. So off the turnover, here are the Cherokee on the other end of the floor. Aiden Johnson puts up a layup, no good, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Quick whistles tonight.
On Carson Matthews.
Yeah, on Matthews. So is it Matthews or Matthew?
Matthews. S. Oh, no S. Matthew.
I didn't know either, but
Yeah.
last year I was calling him Matthews all season last year, so I wasn't sure.
He missed that.
I know. So, no S this year.
Yeah, no.
As the second free throw from Aiden Johnson goes through, he missed the first one, 68-41. As here's Connor Frazier on the far side of the court, gets it to Cashton Swanson, takes the pick from Carson Matthews, spins around. Nothing there. Back to Ethan Hewitt and a fadeaway.
Man, the whistles have come out
Yes,
these last
they
3 minutes.
have. They just want to hang out in the atmosphere of the Bobcat Den, Coach. They're enjoying themselves tonight. It's a packed house. They're feeling good. All eyes are on them. They're looking good
Hall of
tonight.
Fame night.
Hall of Fame night. As Zingo Express in Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. Score update. West Central, the Lady Trojans beat Argus 61-56.
Wow, that's a big win. That's a really good win for him.
Big time shout out to Athletic Director Jeff Messer for sending me that information. As the next free throw was made, making it 68-42, and Cashton Swanson getting in there a little too aggressively.
No, they called it an offensive foul wrap.
Wow. So
I got to say, they're bringing some different signals that I haven't seen in a while.
Well,
maybe that's a point of emphasis.
When was the last time you reffed? Connor Frazier driving baseline. Almost lost it into Carson Matthew. Turnaround left-handed hook shot. No good. Under 1 minute to go here in the ball game. It's all Cherokee. 68-42. Swanson's not giving up, though. He gets a steal. As here comes Cashton. Oh, my gosh. That's the play I was telling you about. He just did it. Oh, dump-off pass inside. Was that Carson? Matthews, stolen back. Cashton Swanson in there again. Whoop. And then he tried to dump it off to Ethan Hewitt to give us a little fireworks to end. But then it's stolen back by Jacob Colin, for the Cherokee, and he takes it coast to coast, no good, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bobcats. That's that pass I was telling you about. He's looking left, and he just slaps it to the left. Into Aiden Johnson. Back out to Jeff Gahea. 3 in the corner is good, and he gets his 3 points for the night. 68-44. Swanson behind his back, dribbling between his legs. Now he's feeling good. Back up to Connor Frazier. Pops a 3 under 10 seconds. No good, and it'll be rebounded by Jeff Gahea the last 5 seconds. Up to number 44, and he puts up the layup. Lorenzo Lovato just to rub a little dirt into the wound. 73-44 is the final. We got a lot to talk about in the Collins Insurance postgame show. We hope you stick around and listen to what we have to say. We'll break things down with our sports analyst, Terry Minix. We'll also go over the Hall of Fame inductees from tonight's Hall of Fame matchup here at the Bobcat Den. For sports analyst Terry Minix and sideline reporter Justin Ruff, I'm Mitch Columbi. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winnemac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winnemac. Call 574-946-6894.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show.
(73-44) is the final as the Oregon Davis Bobcats fall to the Morgan Township Cherokee. Mitch Columbi here along with sports analyst Terry Minix. Coach, tough game for the Bobcats. Boy, I didn't like the Cherokee rubbing in that last-second layup personally. That's just me, but the bench guys, they want to get on the board.
Exactly.
They want to get on the board.
And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. Usually you'd have them pull that out a little bit, but they want to get in there and get their moments and get some points on the score or in the scorebook for mom and dad and everybody. So sometimes you got to let that go. But the thing about the Bobcats tonight, I thought the second half they had some energy. They cut it down to like 19, which was really nice, and they had an opportunity a couple different times to really cut into that lead, and they just missed a couple easy shots. But having Cashton there along with the Casey Cook and like I say, I'd like to keep Carson underneath the basket a little bit more, and Hewitt, I really thought he had a really nice game. I had him for like 15 points. Hewitt, I thought he did a really nice job everywhere. On the offensive and the defensive side. So, there's some positives you can take away from tonight. And Hewitt, having Cashton now out there and Cook there, you can possibly, have him stand out a little bit more and be ready for his shot. So, like I say, I could take some positives away from that. He got away from him at the end, but for the most part, that's a good Morgan team, though. You got you got a couple players there that can play for about anybody in this area.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And Gabby Krause is bringing us wings now. Gabby, what'd you think of the game? Can you talk with us for a second? What'd you think of the game, Gabby? Well, you got to say something.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Pretty good game.
Yeah, I think the boys played hard. I mean, Morgan Township, well, the first quarter I thought they played really well. I mean, they were communicating and talking. In their defense, I think they need to rebound a lot more and move for OD. And Morgan Township just went on a big run and couldn't keep up.
Something that I thought was interesting was that first quarter. You know, the first quarter, the Bobcats were able to hang in there and do pretty well up until Morgan Township was able to tie it and pull away. And we were kind of talking about that in the broadcast. I'm sure you heard. It's kind of tough to keep the team on that same pace, and in order for the Bobcats to keep that up, it was just a tough task for them. What did you see from the Bobcats out on the floor that maybe you thought was some good things there early on in the game?
Early on, I think communicating, they definitely did well. I mean, on defense, I think their help side was good, and they kept dropping, and once we got into the second half, I don't think we did that very well. We got beat a lot, and they just, again, went on a big run that we just couldn't keep up with.
And what do you think about Cashton Swanson? Isn't he fun to watch? He
Yeah,
is so
he's
much
like-
fun to watch.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you being here and listening in for this evening. You didn't have to, but very nice of you to tune in. Hopefully you heard Justin down on the sidelines give you some pointers of what you may be doing for some girls' games for us. So appreciate you listening in, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. That is Gabby Krause, a Oregon Davis Lady Cat. She's also going to be one of our sideline reporters during several of the girls' basketball games this season. But, yeah, Coach, I had the Bobcats down unofficially for 27 turnovers tonight. And then the Morgan Township Cherokee, I don't think the coach would be happy with this many for the Cherokee. They had 18 unofficially.
But I think you had the Bobcats for 17 in the first half. I mean, obviously our stats are all unofficial, but you had them for 17. And the way they changed their pace of play, the way they went the second half and only having 10 turnovers the second half. And I know they weren't pressing as much. I understand that. But, the energy changed, when Cashton got out there, and I thought Casey Cook, and like I say, and I thought Hewitt just had one of the better games I've seen him play here at Oregon Davis.
Well, I wanted to take this moment to talk about some of the individuals that were honored tonight and inducted into the Hall of Fame. It was pretty interesting to watch how many people were here tonight. But the entire 2007 boys and girls state championship teams were inducted tonight.
No, they were inducted last year or 2 years ago. They were just here. The three that were inducted tonight were Britta Johnson, Milky, and Alexandria Lexi Minix, and the 1988.
So here's the three.
That's the three.
My apologies to those listening. I said that earlier. I was off on that. My apologies. The three individuals, it was the 1988 boys basketball sectional team. The whole team was inducted tonight. Correct. And then Britta Johnson, graduate of Oregon Davis from 2003, and Lexi Minix, of course. We talk about Britta for a second. Britta Johnson was in the National Honor Society and graduated in the top 10 in her class with a 4.0 GPA. She was a 4-year letter winner in basketball, track, and soccer, and a 2-year letter winner in cross country. Britta scored 1,179 points, was all area for basketball in 2003. She was Indiana basketball top 100, the 2003 sectional basketball champion. Indiana Coaches Girls Sports Association Academic All-State Honorable Mention, and averaged 17 points per game and 8 rebounds for the Lady Cats. She and the Lady Cats finished the 2003 season 25-3 and 7-0 in conference play. Britta went on to study at Indiana State University from 2003 to 2007 and received her Management Information Systems MBA in Finance from Butler University in 2014. She's a sharp individual.
Yes.
Britta is now a principal software engineer, very sharp, for Liberty Mutual Insurance Group. She resides in Westfield, Indiana, with her husband, Ross, and their 2 daughters, Kate and Audrey. Congratulations to Britta Johnson. You want to share with us a couple of words about her?
I tell you what, she was a heck of a player. Probably the biggest thing about Britta was her work ethic. I mean, and had a group. That group that she graduated with, there was like 4 or 5 seniors that they just worked hard. They complained a little bit, like we all do, but she had great work ethic, and obviously that showed with her studies and what she's doing in life now. And I'm sure her 2 young girls will be playing basketball or sports of something as they get older. But just a fine, individual human being and just a great graduate that we can say that came out of Oregon Davis and he's going to be in the Hall of Fame forever.
Yeah, congratulations to Britta Johnson Milky. Congratulations to her on being inducted into the Oregon Davis Hall of Fame. Also being inducted tonight was Alexandria Minix, also known as Lexi Minix. She graduated from Oregon Davis High School in 2016. Lexi was in the National Honor Society and the class salutatorian. She was a 4-year letter winner in basketball and volleyball. She had 1,163 career points. She was first team All-State, the IGCSA. She was the IBCA Small School Indiana All-State team. She was on the Subway All-State team. She was on the Miami County Christmas All-Tourney team. She was in the IBCA Top 60, first team preseason HGBB Magazine.
Girls basketball.
Thank you. Michiana McDonald All-Star. Is it Michiana or Michiana? I always wondered
Michiana.
that. Michiana McDonald All-Star. Lexi's senior year, she averaged 15 points per game and 8 assists. She had a game high of 37 points. My goodness. Recorded 39 charges taken in a single season. Her graduating class team record was 90-17. That is really good, Coach. Her class is the all-time leader in games played for any Oregon Davis basketball team. She and her teammates of her graduating class won sectional each of their 4 years, 3 regional championships, 1 semi-state championship, and, of course, the 1 state championship. After high school, Lexi went to St. Joe College in Rensselaer on a full scholarship for basketball. She played there for a year before the school closed. Lexi transferred to Grace College to play for Coach Scott Bloom, fellow Bobcat Hall of Famer. She studied business marketing and administration and earned her MBA. Today, Lexi is back home coaching the Oregon Davis varsity girls volleyball team and serving as the assistant coach with her sister Aubrey Lady as the head coach for the Lady Cat basketball team. Coach, I'll tell you this. I saw your daughter, Lexi Minix, play in 2014. I was a sideline reporter for Harold Welter, believe it or not. And the one game I remember was they face-guarded her the entire game. I don't think she was able to do much. I think she still probably scored 18 or 20 that night. She was face-guarded the whole night. And I thought, my gosh, how are they able to play? She barely can do anything out there. And then you go on and win the state championship. So tell me, from a coach's perspective as well as a father's perspective, what Lexi Minix meant to Oregon Davis.
Well, having players like Britta Johnson and the players I've been blessed with, Lexi and all of them, it makes my job look a lot easier. When you have kids that have the work ethic, that do what you ask and have the same motivation that you want to win, and everybody's pulling on the same end of the rope. Lexi did whatever. Sometimes we would want her to shoot more, and she wouldn't. She was more of a pass first. But for the most part, she did whatever was asked. And like I said, I've had so many players. I mean, there's a lot of them in the Hall of Fame now that, they made me look better. And, it's just it says a lot about them. It has really nothing to do with me. It's just they worked, and they had the same drive that I had. And, the commitment to winning sectionals, regional, semi-states, and a state.
They are most deserving of being in the Hall of Fame.
They are. And there's, the nice thing is I think there's a lot of players, the next few years, that boys and girls in other sports as well, that, will have an opportunity. And I think Aubrey did a real nice job of putting a presentation together tonight, brought a lot of older ones back, guys from the original, Tom Scanlon from 1976 state wrestler. A lot of the old timers, I guess you'd say. But it was nice. It was nice to have the community come out and share and kind of bring back a little bit of memories and stuff for everybody. And but it's hopefully it gets bigger and bigger. I know there's other schools that have the Hall of Fames, and some say they're too big and they're too watered down. I think they're doing a good job of keeping it under control, but they're still letting the people, come back and appreciate what the kids did when they were in high school.
Sure. Well, not only were those two inducted into the Hall of Fame, so were the 1988 boys basketball sectional team with a record of 23-2. The 88 boys basketball team defeated La Crosse in the North Judson sectional championship game 90-73. Told you I can't eat during the broadcast. Oregon Davis began the 1987-88 season as the 18th ranked team in the Associated Press Indiana basketball poll. The 88 Bobcats received nationwide notoriety and were dubbed Hoosiers Part 2 due to the release of the Hoosiers film starring Gene Hackman during the summer of '87. The team was featured in the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, USA Today, as well as, boy, that was when they were reputable, as well as discussed on the Today Show and numerous syndicated radio and news channels. The team was also on Nightline with Ted Koppel for the entire hour-length show. My goodness. Yes. The team won the Knox Holiday Tournament by county tournament and sectional. The team still holds the record for most points scored in a game with 123 versus Winnemac. And you think about it in this day and age, you know what I mean?
Right.
There's a lot more buckets being scored at a faster pace
right.
nowadays. This record still stands 123 points versus Winnemac. That's big. They also scored more than 90 points in 10 of the 25 games played. The boys averaged 78.5 points per game while only giving up 47.5 points per game. The starting lineup was taller than any high school or college team in the state of Indiana that year, with a lineup of 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", and two twin towers at 6'8". Who wrote this? I like this. This is great.
Wasn't me.
They were also ranked as high as number 5 for numerous weeks, and folks,
single class
was when it was a single class system.
Yes. Yeah, they were a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun to watch. And one thing that's not on there is, everybody is from the area, especially us older people that watched them. They had a chance. They went to Concord and played Concord when they had Sean Kemp.
Oh,
and
wow.
It was a back and forth. I'm not sure. I think it was like 3 points. They ended up losing the game against obviously a player like a Sean Kemp. So it was a very special team. Dan Workentine was the head coach. He actually was my coach my senior year. He was able to mold them together, and they did a really nice job. And it was great for our little community to have them come back. I mean, we had all but George Smalley, who was unable to be here. He lives out east. But all of them came back, including managers. I mean, it's just that says a lot about a small school.
Well, and I just wanted to mention this from an individual standpoint. The team had 3 1,000-plus scorers in Scott Bloom, Matt Joseph, and George Smalley, like you said. One Indiana All-Star in Scott Bloom, and had Rick Budka, Scott Bloom, and George Smalley all play basketball at the college level.
And so did Matt Joseph.
So, I mean, what an accomplishment that they did, and to be honored tonight, what a great night.
It is. It was a fun night for everybody. Obviously the game after it didn't turn out the way we wanted as Bobcat fans, but I think getting Cashton back and a little bit of a little more energy, and maybe they'll I know Coach Center was a little upset at halftime, but I think once he sits back and understands what they did the second half, hopefully we can he can turn it around a little bit. I'm going to hopefully spend a little time with him and try to help him out a little bit here this week. So I think he's got the nucleus. They just got to get things rolling.
Harold Welter just texted me something funny I wanted to share with you. Harold said Britta and Lexi were both on the WKVI All Cute team. None of the guys from 88 attained the all WKVI Cute team.
Harold.
So
well, I always say my daughters got their looks and their brains from their mother, so they had nothing to do with me, Harold.
Well, we're going to take a break and come back for our Stark County Co-op play of the game. This is the Collins Insurance postgame show, and you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere. Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox. Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989. Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op play of the game. Let's return to the voice of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
Tough loss for the Bobcats, Morgan Davis, as Morgan Township was able to prevail. We turn things over to our sports analyst, Terry Minix, for our Stark County Co-op play of the game. Coach.
Well, I mean, Morgan had a lot of nice plays out there tonight, but I think the play of the game for them tonight came in back-to-back, and that was Jaden Spratley came down at the 4:42 mark, nailed a three. Bobcats got a basket, trying to cut back into it, and he came back down at the 4:24 mark, nailed another three, and for that reason, Jaden Spratley is going to have the Stark County play of the game.
Well, we'll take a break and come back for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game after this word from our sponsors.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Mitch.
It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson San Pierre High School, who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5 Star.
5 Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5 Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5 Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Well, who's our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game tonight, Coach?
Well, I mean, obviously Morgan, kind of showed out tonight, and we're going to, I keep saying Ethan Hewitt had a nice game, but we're going to have to give this, Keegan Holder played a half a game, and I think even like
he was in a little bit of the third.
Yeah, he's in a little bit, but he didn't play a lot. And he had 19 points, and he was 7 of 8 from the, I think or maybe 6 of 7 from the free throw line, and the kid is special. He's got a nice pull-up, gets to the box, and he's a tough guard for anybody. So for that reason, Keegan Holder is the 5-star player of the game.
Well, congratulations to him. Good for us to get our first boys game in. It felt a lot more comfortable this year. Last year it was pretty fast-paced, but I was more prepared this year. I'm glad we're able to get our first boys game under our belt and move forward for the rest of the season. Of course, we've got more games coming up this week we're excited about, but overall I thought it was a good game. It just was tough for the Oregon Davis Bobcats.
Yeah, it was. It's just you gotta kind of learn from some of the mistakes, and like I say, getting and Cashton back will help them, and they just got to get on all in the same playing field and understand what they're trying to do, and I think better things are ahead. Like I say, that third quarter, I really was impressed with at least the intensity that they had. Now they missed some easy shots, but for the most part, I thought the guys cut it to 19 and did a nice job, and they got winnable games coming up.
Well, we better get out of here. They're shutting the place down here as KVB's WKVI Sports is back in action this Tuesday night, December 5th, as we will be back here in the Bobcat Den to see the Lady Cats host the Culver Lady Cavaliers. We will be going live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. That's right here on 99.3 FM and streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. We also remind you to join us every weekend for the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We always have several of our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. If you missed today's Saturday Sports Line, don't worry. We remind you of the Saturday Sports Line replay every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. We also invite you to follow us on social media, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X, formerly Twitter, at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Final word from you tonight, Coach.
I just want to say thank you to everybody who came out to the festivities tonight. It was really great for our little community, and I appreciate everybody listening on the radio. Hopefully there's a lot of people listening. We haven't ran them off, but really I want to thank everybody that came out and supported these older athletes that, from years gone by, and I want to say congratulations to the 1988 team and to Britta Johnson and to Lexi Minix for now a part of the Hall of Fame.
Did I just realize that that's been a year ago already when the last Hall of Fame night your head coach was here? Wasn't it last year?
That wasn't a Hall of Fame. They just brought back Coach Gill for that.
I always remember that night. What a great moment it was to talk with him. Our final in this one, the Morgan Township Cherokee take down the Oregon Davis Bobcats 73-44. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Sports. For our sports analyst Terry Minix, our sideline reporter Justin Ruff, our in-game announcer John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, NEPCO, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Here's the three in the corner on the way! Yeah!